Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Shuriken Sentai Ninninger review for you today. This is the Otomonin series number 1, Paon Maru. He is a green elephant, as you can see pictured right here. And of course he comes with the Paon Maru Shuriken. As you can see right there, he does have connectability with Shurikenjin. And that shows you how to, he has a robot mode and an elephant mode on this side. And here he connects with Shurikenjin on that side. Cool picture here on the top. On the back, same kind of thing, just shows the Shuriken in the two modes and how he combines with Shurikenjin. So we will get him out of the box and take a look. Alright, so this is everything you get in the box. Obviously, this is the Otomonin Shuriken core. It has the button on the back like all the others. I really love the elephant sound there. So those are the three phrases that it says. This is the Shuriken Blade. It's kind of the same softer plastic that Shurikenjin's shurikens were made of, as opposed to the actual individual Ninninger shurikens. So you kind of have to push it down till it clicks, and then you can click it on. Now again, just like Shurikenjin's, I believe all the Otomonin shurikens are not going to have an activation sound when you click the blade on, because everything's just driven by the button back here. But I think it's pretty cool. I like the blade. I like the green. I like this guy's kind of like giant beard. Kind of reminds me of like Zeus or something. And I love the blue eyes. I think the paint on that is really nice. I will note that none of this lights up down here, but I believe that is the same for Shurikenjin. Yes, it is. So, I think that's a pretty cool Shuriken. I'm going to put that off to the side for a second. You also get this large elephant piece. Really nicely detailed. Really nice paint. I love the gold, the blue eyes, the silver on the trunk. All looks really, really nice. Some connectors here on the back. You have these two, what will become the back leg pieces of the elephant mode. But then in this mode, they become weapons when he's combined with Shurikenjin. You can see their axe blades right here. So that's pretty cool. Decent amount of detailing on these pieces. Not a lot of paint, but still looks good. And then, of course, here you have what will be the robot part. A lot of connectors here on the back. The head does flip up. I'll zoom in to take a look at the head here. Nice painting. Like the blue eyes and the gold crest. And he's got kind of a large mouth, which I believe kind of like a giant overbite. So, interesting. Or is it, I guess that's an underbite. I'm not sure. I never really understood the difference between those two. I think underbite is when the bottom jaw sticks out, but I could be wrong. But I think he looks pretty cool. He's obviously got articulation here, so you can put him in a sitting position for when he sits in Shurikenjin's chest. So he's got a little bit of knee articulation and waist articulation there, but nothing to write home about. So anyway, those are all the pieces you get, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the elephant transformation first. So starting off, you're going to take the robot part, put the head back in, if you've taken it out, and put him in the sitting position. You're going to take the two back leg pieces, and you're going to see the connectors back here, and they're going to click in right there. And it's kind of cool that you see that there's kind of a hole here in the axe blade, because that's going to make a cutout for these connectors here. And also the axe blades kind of become the tail of the elephant in this mode, which I think is pretty neat. Then you're actually going to take the Shuriken, flip this face piece all the way up, and you'll see it's painted gold underneath. And then you're going to attach the elephant to these two connectors here on the Shuriken. Just like that. And then you're actually going to connect the whole thing, Shuriken included, right onto this connection here. And there you go. You have the elephant mode of Paon Maru. I think it looks great. I love the little elephant mode. I think it's so cool that the Shuriken is included in the transformation. I think that's neat. It's not used in the robot mode, but it is used here in the elephant mode. And overall, I think it's just a pretty well done job of making an elephant out of the pieces. Alright, now onto the robot mode. This mode does not use the Shuriken, so I'm going to put that off to the side for a second. You're going to start out with this piece and just kind of flip the head back up. That's kind of most of the robot mode already. And then you're just going to take the elephant piece and click that onto the front. You can see the large connection piece goes on this large section here. And you'll notice also these fists kind of finish off these kind of arm pieces here. So that's supposed to be his arms, which is kind of lame. He doesn't have movable arms, but, you know, it's not terrible. You can fold these back a little bit if you want, or you can keep them up. It doesn't matter. These pieces are just going to kind of clip on the back here. With this connector here is going to plug into this connection here. Am I doing this wrong? I might be. There we go. So you want the axe handle pieces to point on the inside. Right? Let me just make absolutely sure about that. Yeah, they don't do it otherwise. So you have the axe handle parts facing the inside. And then you can see he's just, it's kind of really hides his face back there. But I guess these are supposed to be like gun turrets or missile launchers or anything. Now, surprisingly, you would think he'd be really back heavy. But he's not. He doesn't fall over or anything, which I appreciate. But I don't know. This, for a robot mode, doesn't really do it for me. Because the head is so far sunken back that you almost can't see it. Now, of course, you could just leave these pieces off. If you just wanted the robot to be like this. And then that looks okay. But again, because he doesn't really have arms, it doesn't really do much for me. I definitely think the elephant mode wins out over the two. So before we move on to showing how Paon Maru combines with Shuriken, I'm going to show how you can use the Shuriken with the Ichibanto. Go ahead and pop it on. I'm going to cycle through the sounds just so it lines up. So now if you choose the summon the Maru button, so once again, unfortunately, there aren't really any new sounds. It's just the sounds from the blade lining up with the sounds from the Shuriken. But you don't need this sword to unlock any new sounds in the Shuriken. They just kind of match up. Which is kind of a shame. With Lock Seeds, they had kind of a pin system where the device itself would have pins in it, and that would be how it unlocked the new sounds in the Shuriken, or in that case, the Lock Seed. But this just has the one button, so it's just this pressing the button on this. So you don't really need this to do that, but it still looks cool when you combine them, and it is neat to line up the sounds. Alright, so here we have Shuriken. So to get him ready for the combination, I'm going to go ahead and remove the sword and shield. And you're just going to kind of put those off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and remove the Shuriken. And you can just kind of put that off to the side as well. I'm going to remove what was his right arm, but left if you're looking at him. The part of the Dump Maru arm. Then you're going to remove Shinobi Maru, which is a bit easier said than done. Lift off the controls. There we go. I don't know how I feel about these controls. I feel like half the time they're a little bit more trouble than they're worth as far as getting guys in and out of there, but so you're going to take Shinobi Maru, you're going to make him into an arm, push that in, move the hands up, swivel the head around 180, and then connect him on as the other arm. So now you have a Shinobi Maru arm and a Dragon Maru arm. You're going to take your Paon Maru, just like this, and you're going to have to bend these legs down first and then bend that all up so he is in the sitting position. Now you kind of want to keep the controls pretty much straight back because you're just going to kind of pop this guy in. Oh, you actually need to bend the elephant ears one click forward. And then you're going to push this guy straight back and make sure these are in so that they can get underneath the hands. Click that in so you're all good there. Now you're going to take the Shuriken and pop it on top. So I absolutely love all the fanfare music that comes along with that guy. I think that's really, really fun. Now you do have these leftover pieces here that were the back legs, and as you can see they have axe handles on them. So you're actually going to come around to the back, and there's a little clip just like this. You can kind of get your nail under there and rotate this piece around, and it'll kind of not so much click in, but just kind of sit in there. And then this becomes a handle, so you can pop these in as weapons. Do the same with the other side. Rotate that around, pop that in, and there you go. He's got two giant axe weapons. I think this looks great. I really love the inclusion of the green color. It really just kind of spices it up and adds more color to it. It makes it really just more colorful and a lot of fun. And I really love the Paon Maru head. Like I said, it kind of has like a robotic beard, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and play the music again. Excuse me, one more time. Now, unfortunately, when you press the button again, it just says the Shuriken Paon. It doesn't do all of the fanfare music again. If you want to hear that again, you have to take it off and then put it back on. Man, I really love that. One quick thing I did want to mention, when you're taking the axes out of the hands, just be careful. When I pull mine out, this piece just wants to rotate down, which I almost just kind of want to let it because I didn't get a better grip on this. For some reason in Dragon Maru's hand, it's really tight. It doesn't look like there's any stress marks or anything on mine yet, so I've been lucky. But just be careful of that when you're using it, because I certainly wouldn't want to yank it out and break the tab or cause any kind of stress mark or anything. Don't really have so much of a problem with it with Shinobi Maru, but for some reason Dragon Maru's hand is much tighter, so just be a little careful of that while you're playing with it. I think Paon Maru is an excellent first entry into the new Otomonin series. I'm so excited to get more Otomonin to use with Shuriken. Shuriken was already a lot of fun on his own, but just getting more Otomonin to use with him is even more fun. I love the color scheme on this guy. I think the green is really vibrant and it pops, and it looks great when added with Shuriken because it's just more vibrant colors to make it more colorful and fun. I also really think it's cool that the Shuriken is used in the transformation for the elephant mode. I know it's not used in the robot mode, but the robot mode is kind of the lesser of the modes in my opinion. I kind of can do without it. I love the elephant mode. I love how it combines with Shuriken, and I love the sounds that the Shuriken makes. So I think it's a must pick up, especially if you've already got Shuriken. I think you should just go ahead and get this guy. The second one in the series, UFO, is coming out later this week. So I will be picking that up, and hopefully I'll be doing a review of that soon when I get that. I'm excited to get more Otomonin. I'm really having fun with this toy line so far, and I think the Shuriken aspect is a lot of fun as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Paon Maru from Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, and thanks for watching.